Nearly 3 months after it was first introduced, 4.5 million Canadians have now downloaded the COVID-19 Alert app. But now that we are in the midst of a second wave, some are wondering if it is working as well as it should be. For a closer look, we're joined by Jean-Francois Gagné, the co-chair of the app's advisory council. Thank you so much for joining us. How has this, in terms of the uptick in the number of people, how has that changed over the past couple of weeks?
No, lately, with more and more provinces starting to use the application, we've been making a great deal of progress. We've seen over 100% increase in downloads weeks over weeks. So we're trending really well right now across Canada.
Where are we across the country in terms of provinces signing up? And if there are any, I guess, waiting on a conditional level right now?
Yeah, we're 8 out of 10, missing British Columbia and Alberta. So I think they're still evaluating the application, but honestly, already this is great to see that so many of us have been getting on board with this.
But of course, time is of the essence, and many months have passed since this was first introduced. And of course, provinces are signing up one by one. But talk about the time, I guess, the opportunity lost perhaps, and looking forward how to sort of mitigate that and improve communication, perhaps making sure that enough people sign on.
No, absolutely. This is, I mean, we've heard about this. The more people that have the application, the greater the effectiveness. Of course, now we've passed the tipping point. So clearly, according to multiple studies, as soon as you reach over 5% of penetration, you really start to see some benefit from people using an application like COVID Alert. So we're seeing these benefits. Of course, the way this works, it's in tandem with all the other measures that are in place, right? So you should think of the application like you wearing a mask. It's not 100%. But as you're layering all of these measures, you're washing your hands, you're being socially distant, and you're wearing your mask, and you're using COVID Alert. And then this increased greatly the protection that we all have, and then we can then slow down the pandemic.
Yeah, I mean, you probably acknowledge that this isn't a silver bullet. This is one more tool in the toolbox. It requires buying in for people to download the app, and then another for people to actually report it. And given that, you're looking at the latest numbers out of Ontario, they trace almost 5% of the cases in the province are connected to the app. Are you discouraged by those numbers at all?
No, I think it's quite positive. You look at the percentage of Canadians that are currently using the app. You're looking at that 5% number. You need to think that this is in addition to everything else that is being doing. Like, we're calling people at home. We're trying to manually do some tracing to try to warn people that have been in contact with people who are positive with COVID. The app does do that fully automatically, immediately, anonymously. So this is an add-on, and it's just people that you wouldn't be able to reach out to otherwise, right? So there are people that have spent 15 minutes next to you, at less than 2 meters away. So, if you're one of these people, you'd like to know. If you're using the app, you'll be alerted.
Now, we don't have a lot of time, but before we close, I want to ask you, for those who still have trust issues with the app, what would you say to them?
That they need to, talk to friends or people who are actually technical, who have, dig into this. They really need to go in and get informed. I mean, the website's there. There's been tremendous amount of energy and work that has been put into making sure that privacy was respected, that we were transparent with this process. I'm co-chairing the advisory committee for this application. We're overseeing the work of multiple government agencies here. Everything's in place to protect the Canadians here from a privacy perspective, and making sure that this is doing what it should be doing and nothing else. Hopefully you can, make an opinion for yourself, or otherwise, talk to friends, talk to people who are using it. You'll see this is a safe way to protect yourself.
Well, we appreciate your time, Jean-Francois Gagné with the COVID-19 Exposure app. Thank you again.